What's up, everyone? We're live.
Hi.
We're actually here.
When was the last time we were live?
It's been a little bit. We've been kind of concentrating some other stuff, so we didn't were able to do as many live shows. We try to save them for special stuff, like big things, important stuff.
Like today.
Like today.
Considering we're live.
We are. Who are you?
Me?
No, I got this. Don't worry. So, as always, I'm your host, Bushido Geek, and I'm joined today.
Damn it.
By I'm gonna go with.
Lay it on me.
Ectoplasm.
What?
Yeah, it's a combination of the words in your name.
You can make ectoplasm.
Yeah, I mean, without it ectoplasm and it just goes PLASM, so it's not technically the full word, but it's close enough. So DJ, what?
Yeah, no, I kind of see it.
We Sam a couple weeks ago, I was making random jokes about her name just to mess it up in different words, and then she challenged me of how long can you keep this up? And I was like, okay. So I found a website called Wordmaker, and I just typed in her full name, and it gave me over 2,000 options. So I've told her about 2,000 days. So
this is my life.
You threw down the challenge. I just accepted
I really don't remember doing that, but if you say so, I'll roll with it.
The word "how long can you keep this up" is a pretty clear challenge.
Okay.
But we're not alone, are we, Sam?
Nope.
I want you to tell me everything about our guest in extreme detail.
Yep. His name is DJ. I didn't ask how to pronounce his last name.
Don't worry. I've butchered it for 2 years now.
I'm not even going to try.
Which is how long DJ's been appearing on this show. But for those of you who are brand new, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Those of you who have been listening for 2 years will know that DJ was pretty much he was the first ever referral guest ever on the show. I think episode 8, something like that. And we talked about the Kickstarter we're going to be going over today, Exilion, which is just crazy that we talked about this 2 years ago of one day we're gonna be able to talk about this and bring you on when this is going to be actually a thing. And not only did it go live last week, it probably was the fastest Kickstarter I've seen get completely backed. So that's gotta feel good, man.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah,
love that.
I feel pretty confident. My last name is pronounced Calvicani, by the way.
Come and
nailed it.
Can you spell that phonetically in the chat?
Okay.
Okay.
And then just in what does it mean? What's it about?
Use country of origin. I'm gonna guess, but you can still tell me it.
There's a few.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna keep that in here.
Right. You don't want to just take a shot right now?
Yeah. No.
No.
No, I'm okay. Do you want to?
No. I have before. You can go back to past episodes and listen.
Way to plug. Gotcha.
Right. Right. Okay. So quick plug because neither of us paid attention. We hit 10,000 last week.
Yeah.
And apparently just didn't pay attention.
We did. But we
were... Yeah. So we'll talk about that in the next episode. But I just wanted to mention it really quick.
Yeah. No, we're cool like that.
Exactly. So I'm gonna bring it up on screen here pretty soon. But so DJ, for people that are listening, either whether it's now or when this goes live for the later episode,
Chief Man. Mm-hmm.
If you want to just kind of talk us through the concept of, so it's Exilion, Creed of the Nighthawk is the name of the issue, is the name of the series, and the Kickstarter is for the first issue, and you got a 6-issue miniseries plan. You want us to kind of just talk everyone through what kind of the concept is, kind of the story there.
Okay, so Exilion, Creed of the Nighthawk is the origin story of our hero for the series, which is Ambrose. And so it's his very, very early beginnings. But I wanted to set up the world around him and just start world building and just start, because I created all of these, I created the world around and the lore around all of the different factions and the different races and all of that. And so I just wanted to color up this world and just really fill up this world. So Exilian gives us a good like entry point into this series, which is centered around Ambrose, and he's the main character. But there's a lot going on around him, and so there's like for instance the Night. So the Creed of the Nighthawk. The Nighthawk is like this elite group of knights that protect the area they're in. So the Nighthawk is like the defenders of the place, and they're at war right now with this with the orcs. So so that's one aspect of the world. So as they're battling the orcs, they find out that the king of the orcs has escaped from his exile, and then along with him, he brings two extra bad guys with him, which makes him even all the more powerful, and so so that threat is heightened. In the meantime, Ambrose finds out that he has these strange powers that's manifesting inside him, and so he doesn't understand the powers, but they're not actually like Ambrose is like he's like in the prime of his life and he's having fun, and so he's not necessarily with the Nighthawk. He's just living his life.
Yeah.
But when with the manifestation of these strange powers, he has to make a decision if he's gonna keep going on and just living his life, or is he gonna protect the land that he lives in? And so, the Exilian is that story, that conflict right there. But it's there's a lot going on. There's a lot of there's a lot of action. There's a lot of there's some drama. There's some humor inside of it. Fun characters. There's like it's a sword and sorcery fantasy tale. So it's a lot of kind of like Tolkien's like elves and dwarves and all of that. And it's not, but I also added in new races. So I created this race called the Valiant, and it mixes it up. And they're like this, they're like warriors, a warrior race, and they're kind of like lions. Like like they're like descended from lions, but they're not. They don't look like lions. They look like kind of like just people with sharp, like pointy ears, but they're bigger. They're large. They're like warrior like. But yeah, so there's a lot going on in the story. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons or Lord of the Rings, but and mixed up with like cross-gen comics, you guys remember cross-gen?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, anyways, so cross-gen was like they did a lot of sword and sorcery fantasy comics, or like if you read like Battle Chasers from early Image titles like Battle Chasers or Telos. Yeah, that it kind of like they kind of take the cues from like Telos and Battle Chasers. So
okay, no, yeah, obviously like I've been looking forward to this for like 2 years now, so I already I'm a little bit biased on this one, but yes. Sam is also a pretty big D&D person, so
I am a nerd.
Nice.
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
Which
good.
Here, let me bring this up really quick. Sam, just do all the editing, okay?
What? This is live. What editing?
Exactly. Figure it out. Figure it out. I'll start going through a couple things here. As we're talking, just people can like start seeing like some images and stuff. Let me zoom in a little bit. Gotta love Windows for its zoom in features a little bit. There we go. Seems like a monster I would make to like taunt my party with like the fact that they have a chance at survival.
Yeah. That's the Orc King. The Orc King, and his name is Murderous Streak.
I like it.
Now,
so what's kind of
come up with his name himself, or that was what he was born with?
Is this a job title?
Yeah. How did he get that name?
That's the name they gave him when he was born.
It's a family name. Got it.
Maybe a little, forced into a lifestyle, you know. It's
yeah, maybe.
that's some odd parenting choices, but I mean, hey, we all make mistakes. We all end up in different places, and
Everybody makes
uh,
mistakes. Everybody has them.
It's an art. That's what they're raised for, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Lord of the Rings really doesn't paint them in any other light, but like.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that these guys are any good for, which is I think to me is what makes the Minds of Moria so good. That's like a scene in the Fellowship.
Yeah.
So you had been working on this obviously like for a little while. What was kind of like the big difference between kind of just like kind of working on a issue or getting this actually ready to like print and ship and do everything that like kind of like a Kickstarter goes into?
For me, the Kickstarter was hard because the computer stuff is hard for me. I was drawing comics for a long time, so getting all of this stuff, getting all the information, and just building up the email list, and just the promotion and all of that was foreign to me. So, but I've been actually doing this comic for since 2014, so almost 10 years, and I've been selling them here in Hawaii. But I just wanted to kind of branch out and go and because Kickstarter is a big platform, and so I figure if I put them on the platform, maybe more people will see it and they can get involved, because I already got the 5 issues done and I'm working on the six issue right now, and then so I'm just trying to build up that that audience base so that I can keep putting out these books.
Yeah.
And so like you said, 5 issues is done. I'm working on issue 6 right now, and once that is done, I can probably do something else,
Well, now you just have to get all other 5 funded within like
right, yeah,
3 days.
3 days, and then we'll be on goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so.
You did it on the first try. Like you might as well just do it on the other 5 tries. Like,
okay, yeah, let's do that.
Make it easy on yourself. Like,
yeah.
We can if you knock it out of the park right away, then you don't got much worry.
Yeah.
So I think me and Sam, and for people that have watched past episodes, will probably recognize some of the names here that you have doing like some like variant covers and things like that. So what was that kind of like for you? Because like I know you've been a part of like a lot of other projects, but like this was kind of the first time for you where you had other people working on your project. So it kind of like what was that like?
That was fun, actually, seeing my characters drawn by somebody else. And Mog's, I love Mog's cover. So Mog Park, I remember I introduced her to you. But anyways, so Mog's been around for a while, and she's awesome. She does variant covers for whoever she'll do it for anybody. And so and I knew them for a while, and they've been doing a concert kit all over. And so I asked her if she would do a variant cover, and she said yes. And so her, and then there's I think On too, right?
Oh yeah, she's been on 3 or 4 times.
She's a homie.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. So I asked. So On's cover is she hadn't finished it yet, but once she does, I'll blow it out there, because I'm gonna kind of just let the campaign ride a little bit and just sporadically put out posts and and boost it out when I have something, when new stuff comes up.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. I gotta say, I'm loving the trading cards.
Yeah,
that's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's different. That's different too. We don't see that too much.
Yeah, I wanted trading card. I was my favorite was Marvel cards when I was young. So there was these Marvel trading cards, and that was my like introduction to Marvel comics, because I wouldn't read the comics, you know what I mean? But you can pick up a card and read the card, and then you remember the characters, and then you walk by. Like we had, back in when I was young, the 90s, you could walk into like 7-Eleven and they would sell comics, you know what I mean? And then from there I got hooked, and then boom, that was like the entry point. So I figured, I would love to make cards. You guys know what Pogs are?
I do.
Okay.
So I never collected Pogs much, but
Yeah.
I do know what they are.
So
Mainly because of Power Rangers.
I've got nothing.
okay, so Pogs they used to be milk bottle caps, and when we were kids, there was this game you would play where you would lay out all your Pogs, and uh, whoever you're playing against, they slam the Pog down, and if it flips over, then they get to keep that whatever flips over, and it's turn based, and you go, and then whatever flips over is yours, and then your friend goes, and there's a lot of like it was a fun thing when we were young, so.
Oh yeah.
So I wanted to. I wanted to.
It's the one of those things where like with marbles or one of those games where you don't quite realize what you're doing, and then like 20 years later when like you see how much like some of the stuff that you had was worth, and you're like you think back to the day when you and your friend were like just like throwing stuff in water and like just slam. You're like, oh yeah, okay, right.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened.
Right.
Yeah. And then I also have art tiers in there. So there's like commission tiers where I'll do like the sketch cover. So those are kind of popular because people don't know my characters, but I can draw whatever you want. So if you want, you know, Batman or Wonder Woman or whatever, like Green Lantern, whoever is, just let me know. And then as long as it's a character that, and if it's, some obscure character, as long as I can Google search and get the reference, I can draw that character on there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Wiccan Sam?
Yeah. I have very limited interests. I'm a simple woman.
Wiccan, Scarlet Witch, D&D.
That's my sister that's into Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. So I'm just like trying to scroll through like some of the stuff you're just being kind of like showcase.
Yeah, that's
like
the original cover right there.
Some of the different tiers and stuff.
Not the orange one. The orange one is the new cover, but that's the first cover right there. That's the one that I was selling for a long time here in Hawaii. When you buy issue one, that was a cover.
Yeah, I remember that because I recognize this name right here.
Yep.
Yeah, there in that middle there.
Yep.
Is that Tom Bacon?
It is.
I know that guy too.
Man himself.
Holy shit.
He
just got married. Yeah. So congrats to Tom for getting married.
Good job, Tom.
Tom and Steph.
Yeah. It was good. It was good meeting them at whatever that convention was because I can't remember anything.
Anime Milwaukee.
That was it. That's where we met him. That was the one.
Fake.
I know, right? Fake news. Fake news.
Fake fan.
So, are you? So I know you've done like some conventions in the past. Are you kind of like more excited to kind of like get back into conventions now that this is like really like hitting the ground running? Like, because now you can like showcase like all this new stuff.
I would love to, but I mean, like the convention scenes is kind of they kind of slowed down after COVID. You know what I mean? So
right.
And then for me, I live in Hawaii, so buying the ticket all the way to the U.S. is like that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? So I used to do Emerald City before, but like I never tabled over there. I did Rose City. It was good, but like if I do shows in Hawaii, that's fine. But going to the mainland shows is like I'll be negative. I gotta build up my name a little bit bigger before I can start justifying. You know what I mean? Justifying like, costs going up.
Yeah. Well, just like make every goal like 10 grand, and then just like
use that extra money.
Use that extra money
to go to cons.
And then wait till mid-October and come to Wisconsin because nothing like that culture shock.
Wisconsin? Is that where you guys at?
Yeah, the cold states.
Oh, okay.
Just all the cold. Just. Well, I mean, it was good today. Well, I don't know. Sam, did you guys get the thunderstorm?
It didn't actually rain, but it sure felt like it was going to.
We got the thunderstorm here. I had my lights flicker for a second, and I was in a meeting, and I had to be like, "Hey, if I just suddenly disappear, it's probably because all my power went out."
Yeah. So don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. Just you guys keep working. I'll be there later.
Yeah. I'll be right there.
But Yeah, we're over in Wisconsin. Like it's good now. Now's the time where the temperature would probably be, I mean, less, but it wouldn't be like as big of a drop. But
No, let me pull up yield weather right now.
yield weather.
Yield
weather.
weather.
So, DJ, that's one thing I'm just for my own, because I'm just curious about it.
It's
'cause
69 degrees. Nice.
Do you have plans to do, like, depending on like different successes, like would you like to do more with like the Pogs and like trading cards on their own, or are you trying to like keep that bundled in with like future issues? Because I think you really could, like, it could be a thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the reason why I spent so much time on the trading cards, is because I actually, I have my own like universe and my own brand, so I wanna keep going with the trading cards because, and the Pogs if they take off, because we're trying to create these characters and these marketable properties so we can keep using them and
Yeah.
Profit.
make a profit off of that. So yeah, that's the goal. That's the long-term goal.
Okay. I mean, nerds just as much as I do. All we have to do is like cut out most of this and then just go exclusive and then just put an image of the trading card on there, and then everyone will just buy it because we said the word exclusive. So like,
right.
Yeah,
we can probably get this pretty going.
Profit.
I mean, right? I mean, let's
Right.
face it. Like, how many times have we bought something just because someone was like limited, and we're like, well, that might not be true, but
I'll buy it anyway.
I'm not taking the chance that you're not bullshitting me.
the thing about it is I wanted to do that so bad, but it's like, but then all the guys, if I sell them again, then it's not exclusive. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. You want it to be like an actual like reward for people backing you.
Right, exactly. So the exclusives that I actually do have is the variant covers from Mog and on. So those are exclusive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the only place you're gonna get those. So you might want to back those tiers.
Yeah.
And
their work is crazy. Like we
Aggressive.
both now have artwork from both of them, so it's definitely worth spending a little bit of extra like money to get some variant covers from them.
Yes, right. I have a comic with On's cover.
One of On's, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have that. I've shown you that artwork that I have from Mog, right? That Samurai Justice League sketch that she did.
Yes.
Which is pretty sweet. So I mean, I already know I'm gonna be. I'm already gonna be spending money here, and I'll be yelling at lots of people too, as well. Even though, like I said, it's already back, but we want to be able to crank this up as much as possible. Because the artwork, like I said, I love the artwork alone, but I'm also just a huge D&D nerd, so I'm already gonna be there anyway. But now that you have, like you already have kind of like issues 2 through 5 kind of like wrapped up. Did you end up, like, because of like now that you got issue 1 like done, do you have like we've asked this a few times where we'll ask people if they kind of like see themselves ever making changes to things as they see like reactions to certain things, like
I actually so issue 1 is 30 pages and issue 2 is like 24 pages, and like so I'm gonna add in pages to each issue so that they're all 30 pages. So issue 1 was the big, like I wanted the issue to breathe, because normal comic books is usually 20 pages or 22 pages, but when you read an issue 1, you feel like it's rushed, and every issue 1 kind of feels like an issue 1 because it's like, okay, we gotta hit all of these marks and we gotta do all of these things. So my issue 1 is 30 pages because I wanted the story to kind of breathe and the characters to kind of set in, and I wanted there to be like an actual story and not just rush. So I made it 30 pages. But then when I gave my son to read the issue 2, he was like, "Oh, I don't like that it's only 24 pages."
You're like,
I'll just add in like 6 more pages. And I think issue 3 is like 26 pages or something like that. So I'll add pages to the campaign, to the Kickstarter campaigns, so that each issue is 30 pages. And so and I feel like that's a good that's a good solid issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you read, especially when you read like comics nowadays, they can feel really like rushed. Unless it's a really good issue. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
No, 100%.
yeah, especially with the 20 page. You know what I mean? It feels like it's really crammed.
Oh
in,
yeah.
Like
you like barely start like acknowledging what you're kind of is going on, and then like, all right, next issue.
Yeah.
See if anything. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So each additional, like, all the other issues is gonna be 30 pages as well.
Okay, I like that though. It's kind of like you get some good bang for your buck.
Yeah.
So I know one thing I always like asking is like a lot of people who are kind of like just discovering like different things that they want to do, like when it comes to like drawing or writing or anything like that. What to you was like one of the more, not so much difficult, but like interesting things to try to like teach yourself how to do?
For sure, is putting your stuff out there, like getting out there, that's kind of difficult. Only because everybody's doing it. I mean, it's it's difficult in the aspect, especially if you're creative like myself, and everything is all about the process. So as a creative person, my mind is always about how do I tell these stories and draw this. But then I never, when I was young, I never like took the time to like push my stuff out. You know what I mean? I always was of the mindset that no, if you have a good product, it'll find its audience. But that's just not true in today's marketplace, because the marketplace is just so like saturated with with so much great product we have. You know what I mean? So much good stuff out there that you got to really put yourself out there so that people can find you. And that's the
Yeah.
that's the hard part. And like, so on one hand you have the process and the creative part, but on the other hand you have the business side, and that's the part you have to push yourself and just get out there and get in front of the audience and just put yourself out there. And that was hard for me, honestly. That was one of the reasons why it took 2 years. Well, besides real life stuff and COVID and blah blah blah, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So
It do
figuring
be
out,
like that.
yeah. So figuring out all of that, and then and then finally getting everything all like set up. It took me a bit. You know what I mean? Especially if
Yeah.
you do everything like online. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Conventions was good because I got to meet a lot of people, and then they kind of closed down. They're kind of starting up right now, but it's kind of it is what it is. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I know up where you guys are in the mainland and all of that, they're kind of full bloom right now, or they kind of
I'm
no.
there.
Depends on the area, like
Yeah.
where you're at. Like for where I'm at, it's pretty open. Like most of the only thing that's I'd say is still closed, which I see being like a permanent change now, is like you still can't go in like fast food restaurants or anything like that to eat, which I actually honestly feel like that's never going to reopen again. Like I feel like the days of going into a fast food place to eat are done.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think
There's like random ones in my town that are open, and there's still some other ones that are closed.
Okay. So it's kind of the same everywhere, and it's just kind of some are opening up, and then some, yeah.
Yeah. Like there's no mask requirement here anymore.
Right.
You kind of can go around. I mean, there is for cons. Like every con still is, mask up while you're here.
Yeah.
Even if you're wearing like a mask for your cosplay, you have to have a mask like under the mask.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, they'll actually ask you to like lift up your helmet or whatever to make sure that you have on
a real mask underneath.
A real mask under your other mask.
Oh, okay.
Which will be, I mean,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's the new world we live in. So
yeah.
Before we jump to the stuff that we always tend to do, for people that are interested in kind of just like you mentioned, you kind of have like your own universe and kind of like your own stuff going on. Like, where can people like not only obviously if you go to kickstarter.com, you can literally just search for like Exilian or like a combination of Kickstarter Exilian, like it'll pop up. or you can just like go to the link and we'll post the links, obviously. Like today, and the episodes are a lot. Yeah, like we'll do what we always do and spam everything like crazy and yell at you for money. Like we always tend to do. But where else can like people make sure they can go to like follow up with like all like the work that you're doing in general?
So First Watch Studios at Twitter is First Watch Studios. I also have First Watch Studios for Instagram and Facebook. And usually if they're on Instagram, Facebook, I'll usually friend whoever's on my personal Facebook and Instagram, DJ Kiavikane or Dwayne Kiavikane on Facebook. For some reason, you can't be DJ on Facebook. They won't let us do it. I don't know why. So it's Dwayne Kiavikane, and I can drop you guys links if you guys want, or drop you guys my name because it might be hard for people to spell.
Only if Sam pronounces it.
Kawakane. That's close.
Yeah, I don't think that was too bad.
No, you just say it real fast, and I can't tell you if you're wrong or not.
That's that's a good way to like approach anything. Like if you don't know how to say it, or like because like I work in IT, so like a lot of people are like, like will call in and like just say their name super quick, and they'll have like a really thick Indian accent, and I'm just like, right. So just for my computer, can you just spell that out real quick? I just need to be able to like type it in for my computer, and then in reality, I'm sweating bullets because I'm like I have no idea
what you even said to me.
What you just said, or how to like or I'll catch the name and I'll be like, I can tell it's like at least 15 letters, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and declare internet troubles here. Oh, it's call drop. Sorry.
Internet troubles.
No.
Terrible.
Well, yeah. So I know it's been. I'm trying to think of the last time you were. It's probably been at least a year since you were on. No, not a year. Maybe like 6-7 months since you were like on the show. Because I know we had you on for like a random kind of like episode in general. So I know there's like not currently anything out that's like crazy good, but I know like a lot has come out like in the last like few months that's like been kind of all over the place. Have you been keeping up with like all the Marvel movies and some of the like I know the trailer for Black Adam just dropped like last week.
That looks good. I like it.
It does look good.
I like it. I haven't seen Doctor Strange yet. I was about to go and then we got the COVIDs and so I was like wiped out.
not the COVIDs.
Then we got the COVIDs.
That's all there is now.
Yeah, so my daughter saw it. She said it was good. I haven't seen.
It was pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was pretty good.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm probably just gonna wait till it goes to like Disney Plus and just watch them on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's the weird part about movies now, where it's like if a Marvel movie comes out that you're not like super interested in seeing, you're kind of just like, all right, I'll just wait 60 days until you drop it on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm doing for Morbius because I didn't want to spend the money to see it because it didn't look good.
Yeah, no, I hadn't watched it either.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, it's bad.
Not great.
Yeah.
Those Sony. I mean, I like the first Venom. I never seen the second one because like I don't have to see it.
I didn't see the second one.
Morbius is like, I mean, if I'm skimming through like effects or something,
I felt like that was like a weird random stretch. They were like, let's make a movie about this, and it was like, what?
I get irritated because it's like there's like Hollywood just thinks that if you just spit out a property on a comic book, everybody's supposed to shell out all this money for go see them. It's just not true. We can sniff out what is bad. We can sniff out what is not. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
and there's definitely been movies where like we'll make mistakes. Like a movie will come out like, oh, it's gonna be bad, and it turns out to be great. But in general, like, you kind of just tell when they're just like phoning in.
This is a bad movie. I bet if you watch it like just as it is, it's probably okay. But the timing and just the expectation of like, here, you want this, you're gonna shell your money out for this. here it is. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah. Well, what was funny is I was reading an article a couple days ago where I guess there was like this weird. They got like some weird internet hype out of nowhere for the movie, like after it had left theaters. Like all this weird cult people like making jokes and memes about Morbius. So Sony re-released the movie in theaters for a weekend as like oh, you guys clearly want to see it.
Right.
Let's re-release it. It made $1,000.
Literally.
The first Friday that they released it, it made $1,000.
You know, I think they need to release it a third time.
Just in case.
That'll really hit a home run.
For the inevitable like 10th time that Avatar will get re-released before December.
Ooh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to see Avatar because I've been waiting like 13 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the first one.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I know. I liked it. It's just crazy to think about how like kids who weren't born when the first one came out are now legally allowed to see the next one.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
You were like 6?
No. In exactly 1 week, I will be in Avatar Land in Pandora.
That's true.
Just a fun fact.
That's true.
I will pee my pants.
It does seem like that's a pretty cool place.
Oh, we've been there before, and it's
okay.
It's great.
I will be nowhere.
You'll be right there.
I'll be right here.
There.
Well, technically no. This weekend I'll be camping. I'll be camping this weekend.
Oh yeah, I'll be on a different island this weekend. But yeah, next
No,
week this time I'll be here. I'll be right here.
I get enough. I don't know. Do you know? Do you know Brett Akamura?
Yeah. Okamura. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a
feud.
We have a feud going on. Because he's a Packers fan and I live 30 minutes away from the stadium.
Oh, cool! I'm a Packers fan too.
Doesn't like the Packers.
And I don't.
You don't like the Packers?
I'm a Lions fan. I moved here from Michigan,
okay.
So I'm a Lions fan. So every time I make a joke that I'm going to send him a picture of me flicking off the stadium, he just sends me a picture of like a pristine beach at like 85 degrees.
Yeah.
And
just
I don't know how I don't think I can win this one, but I'll figure out something. I'll get a meeting with Aaron Rodgers and then like get kicked out by security for like flipping off Aaron Rodgers. Like I don't know. I'll figure out something.
Probably.
I mean, probably, yeah. But yeah, no, it's weird. Like, because I just saw the new Jurassic Park movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch down. I'll probably enjoying the movies because you gotta see the dinosaurs big.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely really enjoyed it, but I'm seeing a weird trend because I've had this same complaint with like the last 3-4 like DC Marvel movies that I've watched. Why they're making them so long, like way longer than they need to be.
Yeah.
Like Batman was a good movie. I really enjoyed it, but it was 40 minutes too long.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like
too long.
Once they win, like what is all of this? Calamity movie at the end. Like it's like a whole lot of movie at the end.
Yeah, and I've noticed this like weird trend with these higher like budget movies where they're just like, oh, we're gonna give them 3 hours of movie. Like I don't want that. I don't want to be sitting in a movie theater for 3 hours when there's no plot progression.
Yeah, just pack in 2 hours and just give us some good stuff in 2 hours.
Yeah. Like I don't know. It makes me nervous for like a lot of these Marvel movies coming out where I'm like,
yeah, I'm not as excited. Well, besides Thor, Love and Thunder looks good.
That does look really good.
But
the tickets for Thor: Love and Thunder went on sale today at 8 a.m. and I went to go buy it, and for some odd reason, my theater isn't showing it on Thursday, like the surrounding theaters are. First showing is at 12:30 on Friday.
Interesting.
I'm about to like
swing.
Yeah.
What's the release date for Thor?
July 8th is that Friday. So technically usually is that Thursday. So it'll be the 7th.
Yeah.
But like, no, all the surrounding theaters are playing it on Thursday, but mine. And I'm like,
I don't think I've seen a movie on opening day in like 5 years.
Me and my youngest sibling always go and see them on that Thursday.
I used to, like, back when I was in
bonding
Michigan,
time.
me and a few buddies would always see the Marvel movies the day they came out because we were friends with the guy that we always got our comic books from in Sterling Heights, which is a city in Michigan.
Sure.
And he'd always get like press badges, like press tickets for the movie. And we were like one of his more like loyal customers. So like every time we'd come in for a Marvel movie, he would always like give us these press tickets. So we would be there Thursday at like 4 p.m. instead of 10 because they always did a press showing at like middle of the afternoon.
Wow.
So they could try to build up some extra hype before like the weekend hit. But now with a 4-year-old, I'm just like, I don't have the energy.
No, that's valid.
Like, this kid's not staying awake at 11 p.m.
I think COVID just took that right out. Like,
yeah, there's no energy anymore. You're just like, how far outside do I have to go? No, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
There's not enough going on. Have you been watching anything good?
Stranger Things was really good. I really enjoyed that.
I've seen the first 3 seasons.
Oh, you guys! Oh my God, you guys are missing out.
I watched the last season.
I haven't watched this past season that just aired. I
haven't
watched
seen the
previous
season,
ones.
yeah.
I have so much I'm supposed to watch, and I just haven't yet.
Yeah, I'm behind on a lot of like stuff. Like I'm trying to finish Lost in Space.
Oh, I only seen the first season of that, and I liked it, and I just never went back.
I've seen the first 2. It's good. It's definitely like a weird like because that movie was meant for kids. That came out when I was like 6 or 7.
That's
Lost
actually
in
an
Space.
old TV show. That's an old TV show from like the 50s or 60s or something.
Yeah, and this show on Netflix is definitely not meant for kids.
Yeah, definitely. And there was a movie where who's the guy that plays Joey on Friends? He's on that movie.
Oh,
yeah. There's a Lost in Space movie from like I want to say 2000.
He is in that. He is in that though.
1 or something. And
yeah,
like Matt LeBlanc, I think his name is.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
He's on that movie. Yeah.
Better than Friends. There's a hot take. That movie's better than Friends.
I have not really watched Friends. I didn't see the hype to watch it.
I never understood the hype behind Friends.
Oh, you guys are really young.
I've seen lots of Friends. Like its height was when I was like growing up. I just like never really. Yeah. I've like gone back and watched a lot of it because I've like dated people that were like super into Friends, and I'm just like I'd rather watch The Office.
Oh,
I didn't even like The Office either.
Yeah,
that's because
that's not for me.
It can be cringe if you don't like that kind of humor.
I watched Parks and Rec.
I liked Parks and Rec till the last season. Last season was terrible.
Did you guys watch Obi-Wan? I watched like the first 3 episodes and
yes. Somebody else hasn't.
I haven't yet.
I don't
know.
I'm not liking it, man.
That's what I keep hearing.
You're not the only one that has told us that.
Big time,
Like everyone I've talked to is like I can't remember who it was, but another comic book friend of mine had like just posted like maybe yesterday or the day before about just watching the last episode of Obi-Wan. He was like, "This is the best one so far," which is kind of saying something. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
yeah, good for you, bro. You can find something you can like about it besides the actor reprising the role.
Like again, I haven't seen it, but the theme that I keep hearing about from a lot of people that have been like, "Hey, no spoilers," but this is kind of my non-spoiler thoughts on it. Is that since you already know the outcome of his life, that the show trying to introduce this will he live or will he not element to it just falls super flat and takes all of the suspense out of the show because you're like, I already know the outcome that you can't change. So I don't.
Doesn't mean you can't play with the characters, though.
No, yeah, that's why I said. Like again, I haven't seen it,
like
so I could be wrong.
They should. I mean, these characters, they're basically toys. You know what I mean? You can make them do what you want them too. You know what I mean? You can have fun with them. You know what I mean? You can not have fun in a stupid way, but you can really do something that you can take people on an adventure and just let it go. But it's I don't know. It's just it's too self-indulgent. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh man, it's not the time to be self-indulgent. Like.
Yeah.
They already set some things up. So they set some things up with Rogue One. They set some things up with, the prequels, some things up with The Mandalorian. You know what I mean? They play with that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? But they try, I don't know. Having a hard go at it, man. It's not.
I think I mentioned this in our last episode, Sam, where I was like, based on what everyone's been saying, I feel like the better route to go instead of like this action route would have been to go more of like a Inception route and go like the psychological torment route with it.
Well, actually, that's actually what they're trying to do, and it's not action. It's that, but it's like it's just not good. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It doesn't matter which way you go as long as you tell the story right, and as long as the writing of the story is consistent, and it's not consistent. He's so all over the Obi-Wan, the character itself is so all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to spoil stuff for you, but you'll see it when you watch it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's like too many people trying to do stuff with this character, and it's like, did you guys even watch the movies? Did you guys watch all this stuff that we're watching? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, like there's a lot you could have taken from like Clone Wars, because he obviously like his character was in all the seasons, and Jon Favreau took a lot of stuff from Clone Wars when he is doing the Mandalorian.
See, the Mandalorian was good.
Like connect all the dots.
The Mandalorian was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it like Jon Favreau was not really
Jon
that
Favreau
involved.
Was involved with Boba Fett and with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, because he wasn't.
I wish he would be like the Marvel, the Disney Star Wars kind of showrunner, the way Kevin Feige kind of held the Marvel.
Yeah, with the movies.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Jon Favreau is a real fan. He knows what people want. He knows the notes that you gotta hit to get the fans to.
Yeah. Like the dark saber in the Mandalorian. That's a deep cut.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deep cut.
So for me, I never saw those. The Clone Wars. My son was watching with us. He was like, "Oh, Dad," and so he started explaining that to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." So my son's gonna really enjoy this.
Yeah. I flipped out when I saw the.
Yeah, he's getting something way better than I am because he saw. He watched the Clone Wars and the Rebels and all of that stuff. So that was cool.
Yeah, I don't know how they can take like him of how good he with Mandalorian and be like, let's not have him involved in the rest of this stuff because he did too well with the Mandalorian. Like we don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't want these all to succeed massively. Like
right,
we need some flops. Like everyone can't expect us to always hit it out of the park.
Yeah, Boba Fett was up until the last episode. It was a rough watch for me. The last episode was good for me.
Even the actor I just saw something like earlier this week where the actor, because I think they've greenlit season 2 of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah,
I think, and he was talking about how he wants to get Boba Fett back to being a badass again, and I was like, why didn't you say something earlier?
Yeah, this
like at no point in the pitch where you were like, this is all going in the wrong direction, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. I wish it would just be Boba Fett and go take that Wookiee and just go. You guys two just go. Just go and go, I don't know, go do bounty hunting stuff. You know what I mean? Just do that. That would be fun. And get us off the damn desert planets. I know you guys
we have complained multiple times.
Yeah. Okay. So far it's no season 2 of Boba Fett, but he is supposed to be in Mandalorian season 3. So
okay, I mean that's cool. He's good as a side character because the Mandalorian, that's a good watch. You know what I mean? Like that.
It was amazing.
Yeah, they did that right, man.
I keep telling Sam they need to do some Knights of the Republic stuff finally, and
I would like that.
I concur, 100%.
Yeah, what you guys feel? How you guys feel about the new what is it called? Not the prequels, but the new ones. Only Ray and.
Oh, I hate all three of them.
Okay, good.
He only has
dying passion.
So much room to stand on, considering he never watched the last one.
I refuse.
Yeah, you're not missing anything. It's better than the one before that, but
like I had watched the first two like in the premieres because me and my buddy had like a tradition of always seeing the Star Wars movies together at the midnight release for Thursday. And so I did that for the first two, and then I had moved to Wisconsin by the time the third one came out, and I was like, I'm not giving Disney my money for this piece of crap. Like I was like, I'm not. And then I worked for like a team where like I was technically working through Disney for a third party, and so I would get free copies of the movie. So I got a free copy of the last movie, and I was just like, I don't even have the energy to put this into my PS4. And then they released it on Disney Plus, and I have Disney Plus, and I was like, I don't have the energy to press play because I know I'm just going to get angry, and I'll just save myself. So I literally just told a friend, literally spoil the entire movie. And they told me everything. And I'm like, I felt like I want to get back the 2 minutes that I just wasted having you explain to me what the movie
I wish they would just cut out the new one and just start all over again. You know what I mean? Just start out. I mean, in 40 years, Luke Skywalker made like 8 Jedi, and then they all turned bad. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, this guy.
There's so many. There's no plot followed. It seemed like they're like J.J. Abrams because I get it. He went for the payday because he was directing Star Trek, and he did the first one, and it was great. And then Disney was like, "Here's a lot of money," and he was like, "Got it, leaving. I'm gonna do Star Wars now." And I feel like he had this weird obsession with bringing in stars, and that was like the hype. Like all the hype from the first movie, number 7, was Daniel Craig played an unnamed stormtrooper that doesn't have any lines. And like that was like the hype, and he's doing like press tours for it, and I'm like, what does this have to do with anything?
So you guys paid Daniel Craig all of this money for not showing his face?
Yeah, like I get it because he called, I guess, and was like, hey, I'm a big Star Wars guy, like I'd like to be in the movie, you can just make me an extra. But like, don't make a big deal out of it. Literally just throw him in the credits and then let people discover it and be like, wait, Daniel Craig's in the movie, and let it be like an organic thing instead of just like shoving it in our face of like, hey, go back and rewatch this scene so you see if you can spot Daniel Craig. What, behind the helmet? Like, where am I spotting this guy behind?
Yeah.
Sam knows my hatred for the new movies.
Yeah, I've listened to it enough times.
Just there's so many problems. Not like Lord of the Rings. That's always good.
Yeah. I don't know. The new one. Oh, God.
The Hobbit ones?
No, not that one. The TV shows. I'm not.
Oh. Yeah, what is it? The
Rings of Power or whatever?
Yeah.
It's not good, man.
That's supposed to come out, what, like end of the year or something? I think.
I don't know.
I'm
probably going to skip down to.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the second era, I think, right? The second age of Middle Earth, I think.
Yeah. So it's like before
Which,
all
to me, that seems weird to go back. I would have done Fourth Age.
I don't know. I never actually read any of the books, so.
I just read. I didn't like read any of the books outside of like The Hobbit and the 3 main ones, but I did. There's like a YouTube series that breaks down all this stuff on Lord of the Rings, and I like watched a bunch of those videos, and it goes over like stuff from the Second Age and all that. And it seems it's a lot of cool sounding wars and like stuff that would be cool to like showcase a little bit, but it's also like really deep cuts.
Yeah.
Like there's no like dots that are going to connect. It's all people you've never heard of and wars you've never heard of and races you haven't heard of. And I'm like, I feel like it would have made more sense to go Fourth Age because there's a new game coming out where literally the game is centered in the Fourth Age and you play a dwarf taking back the mines of Moria. And it's like a co-op game.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. And I'm like, that would have been a way better TV show. Show me that.
Yeah.
Show me like the world trying to be good again. Not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
but we'll see. Sam, what about you?
What about me? What about me?
What have you been nerding lately?
Nothing.
Wow.
I just have been working and going to sleep.
God,
And this.
get it together. Find more time that you don't have and just do all the things. Like just do everything possible.
No, I will literally be in Disney for a week.
That's true. You're gonna have
But
fun.
I will have less time to nerd out. I'll actually have more time to nerd
Well,
out. I'll be nerding out about Disney.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll be in a place where you'll be nerding out. So,
yeah.
I mean,
but no outside sources.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So funny enough, I will be doing the other show that I do.
Right.
We're doing a show Friday covering the Saiyan saga for Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, and I can't miss it because like we're doing this whole month we're just doing DBZ stuff. So I literally have to record from a campsite at like 10:30 at night when I'm going to be like fairly intoxicated. I already warned them. I was like, do I have to be there? And they were like, yeah, we got like a couple big guests. So if you could just make sure you're there.
If you could just be there.
So I was like, all right, it's going to be pitch black and you're going to hear shouting and screaming, but
you're going to hear me getting murdered in the woods.
Yeah, it's a beautiful campsite. I don't know how much you if you go camping at all, DJ, if you like that kind of stuff, but
oh yeah.
We did this same campsite last year and we all insisted we get the same campsite this year. So it's like right next to the boat dock. So at night it's really quiet because no one can go to the boat dock. It's like one of the closest to like where their bathrooms and showers are. And there's like a little path below the campsite. You just go down these like there's like a rock wall and you just go down the rock wall and it's like its own private little beach in the campsite. And it's like the only one in the whole like campground that has like that little access. And I checked the weather. It's supposed to be like 75 and sunny, no rain, no heat, no humidity, just 75 and sunny.
Nice.
Get some whiskey and just veg out.
Yeah.
Whiskey?
Yeah. I'm a whiskey guy.
That's gross.
Or rum, but
rum
or whiskey. All
right. Well, with that terrible news.
With that amazing news, gives me a good recommendation. But Lily, as you can see, because this is your first time meeting DJ, but obviously you can see why I keep bringing him back on the show because like we'll literally just hit record and then we'll be like, we'll just start raging about the same things.
Clearly,
like here's our hatred and love for these things. And then we just
I love the stuff. It's just you haven't watched it.
It's
stuff that I loved, which is Stranger Things and the new season. God, it's so good.
I heard it was really good. Like it's definitely on my list. Because I was catching up on a couple anime and started just finishing
anime
up.
You were watching?
So I just watched. Well, the last one I finished was Yawamushi Pedal, which is I'm a huge sports anime guy, so I'll pretty much watch any sports anime. That's a really good. It's like a biking one, but it's phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching one right now on Netflix called Last Hope. There's like 2 seasons on Netflix. It's different. I'm trying to tell if it's like I've just fallen asleep 3 times in 8 episodes because I'm just really tired, or the show is just really not gripping me.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So I'm at least because I'm 8 episodes in and the first season's only 13 episodes. I was like, all right, I'm at least gonna finish season 1 out of 2 just to like get a general feel. But it's a weird one. It's like it's one of those animes where like they start off with a really cool plot hook, and then like 4 episodes in, they're like, secretly it was this guy, and you're like, wait, who is that, and who are they, and what's that, and what happened to the first thing we were talking about?
Where am I?
Yeah, it's like one of those, and you're like, there's no dots. I'm just supposed to make. There's no dots. You're just supposed to like make the jump of like, it's a good one. Like the whole concept is that like this guy like overloaded this reactor, and it gave every organic life form AI intelligence, and so it formed this new breed of sentient robot organic creatures who evolved like crazy and just started murdering everyone.
What?
And so it's like humanity is in like one last city in the world, like one last big one, and they're trying to like stave off extinction. And I was like, okay, I like that plot hook. And then 4 episodes in, they're like, it's actually these guys controlling them with this dark drive, and we use alternate multiverse dimension energy.
What?
And I was like, wait, I'm what?
You
I
made
thought the
all
world was
those
in
words
danger.
up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I wish.
Mhm.
I wish.
Those weren't real words.
It was, according to them, it was.
Okay.
What about you, Sam?
What? I
been
just
watching
told
anything?
you. No.
The work anime isn't a thing. You haven't
I've
been
been-
watching Cells at Work. I thought that's what you were going with.
I've been watching the back of my eyelids.
Back your lids.
That's
What
all
about
I've
you,
got
DJ?
time for.
Spy Family.
I keep being told to watch that.
I watched the like first 3 episodes when they came out, and then I never finished.
It
It's
just
cute.
got
Those-
announced
Really
that
cute, yeah.
Those 3
I think
episodes were good.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it just got announced that it's getting a new anime adaptation.
Yeah, I think there's like 10 or 8 or so. I gotta watch the latest ones because there was some and then they dropped some more. So
Yeah,
It's
I've heard
really
it's good. I've heard
Yeah,
it's
it's good,
definitely on the list.
it's really good.
There's so much. Like
Yeah.
I do another podcast on anime, so like I've had to watch anime that I probably would have never watched,
Yeah.
and some make me want to like gouge my eyes out that
Right.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
But we've watched like some ones that have cracked my top 10.
Oh yeah.
Like just some really crazy good anime. And there's never enough. Like no matter how much
favorite
anime you watch.
is a sports anime. My
Which
favorite anime is Haikyuu. That's like my favorite one.
Oh, the volleyball one, right?
yeah, the
That's my
volleyball one.
one.
It's like my favorite one.
I still gotta watch that. I started
good.
with Hajime no Ippo, which is a
Oh, yeah.
boxing anime.
Oh yeah,
And-
I never saw that one.
That one to me is like top, like that was the top tier for me. That's how I got started in watching sports animes, and then like
Okay.
I watched a lot to this point because pretty much if there's any sport in it, I'll watch it. Like Kiriko's Basketball is on Netflix. That's really good.
Okay.
Megalobox is
Yeah, I
on
saw it.
Netflix. That's real. Megalobox is awesome. I love like that gritty old boxing feel.
Right.
I know season 2 is supposed to be crazy. Like it's already released in Japanese, but I'm waiting for the English to drop. Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
Sports animes. They're so good. I don't know. There's a lot. You talk for like the next 2 hours, right, Sam?
No.
You got another 2 hours, right?
No. No, I don't.
Sure you do. You'll be fine.
You're lucky I've stayed awake this long.
You're going on vacation. You just burn yourself out now and then sleep the first 2 days of your vacation. You'll be fine.
No, I literally have to be awake in the car the entire time.
That's gross.
Yeah.
You're driving. That's also gross.
Yeah. I know.
That's like 20 hours. Right?
Yeah, exactly, actually. About 20 hours.
Yeah. Because you're in Disney World, right? Is
Yes.
it land or world? Which one's in
Ooh.
Florida?
World is in Florida.
Got it. Land's in Cali, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a long time since I've been to Disney World. Long time. But we'll get ready to wrap up here. DJ, really quick, one more time. You want to brief everyone on the Kickstarter and where they can find it and how long it's going to be running for and everything?
Kickstarter, Exilian Creed of the Nighthawk, 30-page full color. First issue of my series, Fantasy Sword and Sorcery, about Ambrose, the hero of Exilian. You can find him on Kickstarter, of course, and then you can find me on Facebook at firstwatchstudios.com, also Twitter and Instagram at firstwatchstudios.com also. Or you can look
Very
up my
nice.
name if you can spell them, DJ Calicani.
Yeah, we'll post a lot of links. Obviously, like I know a lot of this, I can post a lot of the links. So out of my own curiosity, so I'm getting ready. Like I said, I'll be pledging it. How much do I have to give you, like just for trading cards, in addition to the comic? Can I like put a note, be like, dude, throw me some trading cards?
Dude, just toss
Yeah,
them
you
in
know
there.
what? You know what? Let me
Just
just
toss- just
before
toss
you
my screen.
pledge, let me just make a swag one. I've been meaning to do that, just the stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let me just do that. Now,
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
do
I
it.
appreciate it, man. You know I'm gonna back it anyway, but
Yeah. I'll put out what's just the stuff, the issue and the stuff. Yeah.
yeah. No, I got you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we'll post a lot of links and everything. I know I think it's 23 more days. I think is
Yeah.
23 more days. But I mean, you've already hit your goal, which is great. But I mean, obviously, like the more we can get it funded, the more like can just help out the other issues that are going to drop and like future projects and like different variant covers and tiers. Like, there's a lot of stuff here, guys. Like, if you didn't catch the live show when I was scrolling through everything. You obviously are going to be listening to the recording later on because this is one that, like I said, this is a Kickstarter that on the show has been talked about for a long time. So we want to make sure that we're just like doing our part to fund it like crazy and do what we can to support it. Not only because you're a friend of mine, but like because I mean the comic is literally up me and Sam's like
Allie.
everything. Yeah. Allie. That's what I literally blanked. My mind went.
You stopped there and I was like,
Yeah, my mind went. There's a word that would go after this that would make sense. And I'll
right.
think of it eventually.
Eventually.
One of these days. So, Sam,
Whoa.
do you wanna send us out?
Yeah.
You got it. I believe in you. Don't get your third strike.
I don't even know how I got the first one.
It's not really relevant.
I think it is. Anyways, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. We all appreciate it. You can find us everywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple. I only listen on
And
Spotify.
Words.
I only listen on Spotify. I don't know where else you listen to podcasts.
Alexa.
Sure. You just said all these people Alexa's off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I really hope.
You can find us also all of the social medias at the Fandom Effect.
Except Instagram.
No, Instagram is the _Fandom Effect because some other hoe has the Fandom Effect as
with an
their
Instagram
name.
that hasn't been used in like 3 years.
2017.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed.
We really need to institute like some sort of way of like if your name's already taken that you can be like when was the last time it was used, and if it was like over 5 years ago, just delete the name and give it to me. Like, just give me
my name.
Like there's been like I've had games and things before where like when they do a massive update, and if you don't like sign back up as part of like their email that they say like, hey, we're doing this big thing. I've gotten emails before from games and stuff that says, hey, your name's taken now because we did this massive overhaul of the servers, and like you still have all your character stats, but everyone had to get renamed and your name got taken, so you need to come up with a new one. So like it can be done. We have the technology.
We have the
Come on, Instagram.
We live in a society.
Come on, Mark Zuckerberg. You literally are a robot. I'm pretty sure you can make this happen. I'm also pretty sure I'm going to get canceled on everything now because he knows everything.
Probably.
All right. Well, on next episode, it'll be Sam and a new co-host.
Yeah.
As I find myself in actual Facebook jail.
Actually, yeah.
Literal, physical Facebook jail.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a place.
Probably.
It's like Skynet. What were we doing again? We were ending it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
There you go. Yeah.